Hello! After writing thousands of lines of code, I finally released my alpha version of Abstract. So I'm going to show you how to install it, how to use it, and what it can do. So enjoy! So Abstract is a universal coding editor, at least in the making, and you can get to it in the link in the description, or just look at this link here. And over here, you can check the releases, and this lists what the latest one is. So you could download the zip file, and this might take a minute. I don't know why it always stops at 99% for me, but oh well. While we wait for it to download, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone that's contributed on this. If you want to help with this project, again, the code is source visible, so you can read it, you can learn from it, and you could contribute to it. Just like, again, don't try to steal this and make a whole different project off of it yet. Once this project is big enough, I might just change it to open source, but not yet. Oh, and also, thank you, James. He's been helping me. We've been working on it for like 50 to 100 hours, roughly, in the past couple weeks. So, yeah. And there we go. It's finally done downloading. So, you take this zip folder, put it somewhere on your computer, and extract it. Alright. Once you have this folder, you can open it, and it should have 3 files. Should have 2 in the bin folder, and 1 in the libs folder. You want to go to bin and click abstract.bat. I still got this warning, but this should pull up a terminal, and it'll basically log everything that's happening. So for now, I don't really know how to get rid of it, but it's also kind of useful. But there we go. Here is Abstract. I finally made it look better. And for the first time you're opening this, you should get this message that it's downloading Olama. I made this automatically download the AI model that it's supposed to use. So this might take a while. So I'll get right back to you when it's done. Okay, so I actually changed my computer because it was taking too long, but this is the message you should see when it's done. It should have pulled the model, but anyway, you can still open a recent project. I redid the credit screen because, it looked kind of terrible. All of these icons are clickable, so again, here's James. He makes a bunch of cool things, like he's building a whole operating system. It's way smarter than something I could do, probably. And again, if you have any questions, you can join our Discord or go to any of those other stuff. But anyway, I have this new button called Talk to a Chatbot, and in the terminal, this will actually just let you talk to the chatbot. So I'm just going to say, hello, can you hear me? And sadly, running AI models on your computer is kind of slow. Usually they're super slow the first response, and then they kind of warm up. So I'll just get back to you when he responds. There we go. It can hear me, and it responded. So I'm still going to change the model, but anyway, I'm going to open a project, and you can see, again, it creates this bubble that contains the whole project. And they finally have descriptions, so you can edit it, although it looks kind of broken right now, because still alpha version 1.0. Yeah, very broken, but it is actually typing, and yeah, you could use this as like just descriptions for anything, and when you zoom in or out, it kind of fixes itself. But anyway, if you click the bubble, it will list all of its subdirectories, and if you click a file, it'll show you the code that it has. So, yeah. Suwali. This is some random file. and I labeled it as pretty much useless. And again, you can change this description to anything you want. But yeah, if we go to a Java file real quick, then again, you can see its code. And this is using LSP to generate the function bubbles. So LSP is not automatically downloaded yet, and I still have to make a thing that'll automatically download it. But basically, it'll create the structure of the project, and then it'll put each bubble into the AI and ask it to make a simple description of it for now. I'm going to add other operations for the AI to do over each bubble, but for now this is kind of like a learning tool. So again, it's not really perfect yet. I still have so much work to do, but I'll let this go over it real quick. And actually, it made its first response. Here it kind of says what tick count is doing. And to be honest, it's kind of excessive. I still have to fix a lot of things. So again, this is just the version 1.0 of alpha, but I'll let it describe everything real quick. So it is kind of slow, but something notable that it does is it doesn't actually do everything from the top down. It sorts it by smallest to largest, so even if it isn't warmed up, it'll start with the easier things and work its way up. Kind of like in a math test where you start with the easy problems just to get your mind rolling. So there we go. It's generated a description for each bubble. And each bubble kind of gives an overview of what that piece of code does in plain English, so you can read it. It should save these into a description, a JSON, and you can edit each one of these, assuming it wasn't being broken right now for whatever reason. Going back to the main menu for a second, in settings, I'm actually working on this a bit. So for example, you can set it to size sort. This is still broken. You should probably not do this, but it'll scale the bubbles by size. So some of for example, the one I had labeled as useless is actually one of the biggest bubbles here. It's placing them kind of wrong still, but I'll fix that. I also plan on having like brackets, so you can see where the bubbles matching the code. Another thing, if you click image file, it'll load the image. So for example, this is the background to the credit screen. I found it on the internet somewhere. I think it looks amazing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna set that back to doing nothing. You probably shouldn't mess with the settings quite yet. One more thing, for languages that don't support LSP, or if you don't have LSP, then for example, let's open a Kotlin file. This will just use AI to generate the function bubbles. So this is slower, and it's kind of inconsistent. The AI sometimes hallucinates, but yeah, tells it it's part of a coding editor, find all the defining lines, blah blah blah, and it'll eventually try its best, although this doesn't always work. So I still have to add LSP to every language, and I have to add the LSP downloader, and I've quite a lot of work to do. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Go try and use this, and tell me what I should add, or just tell me how you feel with it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!